Hello, my name is Cherie. Welcome to my channel. Something different. So, as I have been researching a divination system for somatic practices, I've found these wonderful body cards by Courtney Putnam. I just love the idea of your body being an oracle. Cerebrum, balance. The art of this card is entitled Radiant Equilibrium. Let's learn a little bit about the cerebrum. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain and is divided into 4 lobes: the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and temporal lobe. Function. The cerebral cortex, the crust of the cerebrum, controls higher brain functions such as thought, action, sensory perception, and emotions. A unique fact is that the cerebrum is divided into left and right hemispheres and its cerebral cortex comprises 85% of the brain. So this is a very large part of the brain with its 4 lobes and its outer crust. Interesting. So it's segmented, but it's also somewhat like an onion. It's like a combination of an orange and an onion. Not recommended that you ever eat those 2 things together, but you could think of their shapes as kind of creating what the cerebrum is. Okay. We often use the terms right-brained and left-brained to describe our personality. We've deemed the right-brained person creative, intuitive, and visual, and the left-brained person verbal, analytical, and sequential. The 2 hemispheres of the brain do in fact have different roles, which partially model this creative versus analytical construct. But it is also true that no one is purely right or left-brained. We are each a beautiful mixture of the 2 constructs. The trick is to find a balance between the 2 and learn how to access the attributes of your non-dominant side. After all, you never know when your intuitive abilities might need a helping hand from your analytical side in order to solve an important problem. Or what happens when your skill at rational thought is not enough and you need to take a leap of faith? If you've drawn the Cerebrum card it may be time to gain some balance in your approach to problem solving. Whether you are dealing with a complicated mathematical problem or a distant conversation, or a dissonant conversation with your significant other, you may find that experiencing the situation through a new perspective is necessary. If your main mode for problem solving is organized and rational, but this approach gets you nowhere, try a more feeling-oriented, big picture approach. Perhaps a little creativity is needed to alleviate a situation, or maybe your more scattered, intuitive approach could use some organized, sequential energy. By accessing both sides of your brain a smidge, more equally, you may find that you start feeling a bit more balanced and integrated. The lesson of this card is to honor your way of being in the world and to remember that other ways of being are inside you, waiting to be tapped when you need them. Again, the lesson of this card is to honor your way of being in the world and to remember that other ways of being are inside you, waiting to be tapped when you need them. I love that message. Cerebrum, balance. This is Cherie reading Body Cards by Courtney Putnam. Come back soon for more reading. Share, subscribe, and, you could support me on Patreon. Thank you so much.